It has been exactly 6 days after India carried out an airstrike on terrorist training camps across the line of control after a deadly terror attack in Pulwama in which 40 CRPF soldiers were martyred. In these 6 days, a lot of revelations were made about the airstrike. For instance, first, the airstrike was carried out by 12 Mirage 2000 fighter jets. Second, almost 1000 kilograms of explosive was dropped on the terrorist training camps. Third, the airstrike targeted 3 locations, that is Balakot, Muzaffarabad and Chakoti. And fourth, Indian jets did cross the line of control, entered Pakistan's airspace and carried out the airstrike. Now, these were the widely reported information regarding the airstrike that was carried out post-midnight on last Tuesday, that is February 26. The confirmation of the airstrike first came from Pakistan itself as its DG-ISPR, Major General Asif Ghafoor, tweeted about it. However, there is one aspect of the airstrike which has led to widespread debate, and that is the number of terrorists killed in the attack. On February 26, the ANI reported that according to the sources, 300 terrorists have been eliminated in the airstrike. Several others claim that the actual casualty can be more than 300. On the other hand, Pakistan said that there were no casualties on their side of the border except one civilian being injured. Several Pakistani news channels visited the location of airstrike a day later and claimed that there are no signs of casualties scaling up to 300. Pakistan even said that except from destruction of number of trees, no human casualty has occurred in the Indian airstrike. Now we must, and it is extremely important that we should note here what the first ever official communication from the Indian government side said. On February 26 itself, Foreign Secretary Vijay Gokhale conducted a press conference. He said that India had intelligence input that the Jaish-e-Mohammed was planning more terror strikes like Pulwama, and thus India conducted a non-military preemptive strike. He further added that, and I quote from the official press release, "In this operation, a very large number of Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists, trainers, senior commanders and groups of jihadis who were being trained for the Fida in action were eliminated."
Led operation in the early hours of today, India struck the biggest training camp of the Jaish-e-Mohammed in Balakot. In this operation, a very large number of Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists, trainers, senior commanders and groups of jihadis who were being trained for Fida in action were eliminated. This facility at Balakot was headed by Maulana Yusuf Azhar, alias Ustad Ghori, the brother-in-law of Masood Azhar, chief of the JEM.
Now, if you have noticed here, nowhere in the entire statement he mentions the number of casualties. 4 days later, on March 1, the heads of 3 forces, that is Army, Navy and Air Force, held a joint press conference to debunk Pakistan's claims. This was the first official briefing by the Indian defense establishment since the hostilities broke out between the two nuclear neighbors. When asked about the casualties and whether the strike hit the target, Air Vice Marshal RGK Kapoor said that we hit the intended targets. He also added that it is premature to assess the casualties and damages. This is the second instance where it was not ascertained that 300 terrorists were killed.
Terrorists who have been killed there?
There is fairly credible evidence with us which proves that there was damage to the camps. The weapons hit the intended target and they caused the damage that was intended. However, it will be premature to say that what is the number of casualties we have been able to inflict on those camps and what is the number of them.
But has the camp been fully destroyed, sir?
Whatever we intended to destroy, we have got the effect that we desired.
Now, in between all of this, on 2nd March, a report was published by the First Post. The report was written by Italian journalist Francesca Marino, who has covered South Asia extensively. As per the report, Marino spoke to local eyewitnesses who claimed that almost a dozen terrorists were killed in the airstrike. One of the eyewitnesses claimed that he saw 35 bodies being taken out hours after the attack. Now, even this report says that eyewitnesses' accounts differ from each other. The only government minister to talk about the reports on the number of casualties is SS Ahluwalia. He claimed that there are only media reports stating the numbers. However, Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself has not confirmed the casualty numbers. He asked the media persons whether did any BJP spokesperson quoted the number or did even Amit Shah quote this number.
না না আমি ইন্টারন্যাশনাল মিডিয়াও পড়েছি আর ভারতীয় মিডিয়াও দেখেছি আর মোদিজিকেও দেখেছি মোদিজি ওই ঘটনা হওয়ার পর চুরুতে ভাষণ দিয়েছে উনি কি বলেছেন যে কি এই 300 লোক মারা গেছে কোন ভারতীয় জনতা পার্টির স্পোকসপারসন কি বলেছে অমিত শাহ কোন জায়গায় বলেছে
Meanwhile, several opposition leaders have already demanded the proof of the 300 terrorists killed in the attack. Mamata Banerjee on Thursday had asked that international media is reporting that no such thing has happened and that the bomb has missed its target and no one has died. So what is the truth? Following Mamata Banerjee, Digvijay Singh and today even Kapil Sibal asked the government to provide the proof of the casualties. On Sunday, however, another big statement indeed came from BJP President Amit Shah, who is also a Rajya Sabha MP. He said at an election rally in Gujarat that more than 250 terrorists were killed in the airstrike. Now, he is the first person from ruling party to put a number on record. The fact that he is the president of the BJP makes the nature of the claim even more serious. But is there sufficient backing to his claim? Air Chief Marshal B.S. Dhanoa conducted a presser today in Coimbatore, where he said that the Air Force doesn't calculate casualty numbers. The government does that. He added that Indian Air Force is not in a position to clarify the number of casualties. The government will clarify that, and we don't count human casualties, we only count that targets we have hit or not.
The target has been clearly amplified by the Foreign Secretary in his statement. Yeah. And of course, if he planned to hit the target, we hit the target. Otherwise, why would he have responded?
ANI, please.
If he had dropped bombs in the jungle, there's no need for him to respond. That statement will be made by the government. No, I mean, Air Force is not in a position to clarify that how many people were inside it. That will be.
Now, let's sum up the whole information. Simply, certain media reports claim that 300 terrorists were killed in the Indian airstrike. There is neither an official confirmation from the government nor a statement on the number of casualties. Amit Shah, BJP president, claims that more than 250 were killed. Pakistan says apart from local vegetation, no human casualty has occurred. Well, after the statement by Air Chief Marshal today, one thing has been clear in this entire controversy or debate, that the Air Force is not quoting the number of casualties and nor is the government. But there remain few questions like, what is the actual number of terrorists killed in the airstrike? Why did Pakistan respond if it says no human lives were lost in the airstrike? And was the number quoted by the BJP chief speculative or was there any truth to that? Well, we await the answers. For more news and updates on this news, stay tuned to HW News.
If you like this video, please share it and we would love to hear your comments in the comments section down here. Also, please do like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter to get minute-to-minute news updates. For more such shows and videos, well, subscribe to our YouTube channel.